religion, and I said this because people have been asking me all week, a religion has to keep coming up with new ideas to stay relevant.
Right.
That's how religion survives, you know?
Right.
The brothers upset, they're like, yo, I don't know why. They have Dianetics, they keep saying things that sound mysterious. It's a religion.
Right.
Yeah, they religious.
If we go, listen, once their religion exposes, then it'll still survive. They just believe what they believe. No. Because that happened in 1963 when the father left. He did it overtly. The Muslims didn't like it, and Elijah said to leave him alone. That's what all the elders taught me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, leave him alone. He's doing what he's supposed to do. That's not just a...
what was he supposed to do when he left?
Teach that the black man is God.
Right.
Be the black man that is the true living God at that moment.
Right.
And all of a sudden though, now they want to say, oh, what's he doing? He's actually saying what the shit says on the paper. How dare he?
A literal interpretation.
Now you want to get into the shit, right? The religion's over. You know what I'm saying? Right? Cue up, it's over, right? It's over, right? The good thing is over, right? It's over. But how do you keep it going, though? How far it is. He's coming back. He's coming back one day. You know what I'm saying? You know, he might come along with the rabbi, Jesus Christ, and all these people. Mind you, while Elijah spent years and years saying that if Jesus Christ came back, though, it'd be a kind of disgusting thing. Right? Because his bones would come out of the ground. So he's basically saying that he'd be a zombie.
Right.
But I don't think they knew that word back then, right? Right? He was
no,
saying...
he'd be renewed. He's going to
right?
come out and...
But Fard was coming back. The mothership is coming back.
Right.
The Dianetics is showing something else. This is all types of stuff. You have to keep the religion going. You need new, fresh ideas. You know what I mean? You need new, fresh ideas. You know?
So they really saying that Elijah Muhammad is on a spaceship somewhere.
They've never not said that it wasn't just Fard. It's always been just Fard. It's always been. Now some people don't, and not everybody. And when you have a religion, you have breakoffs. So some people will bear witness to that. Some people don't.
Right.
Just like I see, and I could say all this shit because I walk around for years teaching here, and I walk around out there, and because I'm too light-skinned, they're not going to say peace, God, but I see him say today's mathematics is blah blah blah, and I'm like blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Say it the wrong way, the way you were taught. Wisdom, knowledge. So
Right.
you keep it the way. Because if you're going to say shit about us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? I have darts with everybody. Or like Wesley Muhammad, I'll never forget, because I got the cameras on me, when he said that bullshit that the 5% was the ambulance though, and the hospital is the NOI. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here with that shit. Nobody comes here and says that shit, and he never said that shit when I was in front of him.
Wow.
He didn't say, hell, you do an ambulance though, right?
Wow.
I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, he said that.
Wow.
He said that on a Facebook group talking to other gods that I thought were going to insult the shit out of him, and they were like, well, you know, to each his own, shit like that. Where did we get like this? You know what I'm saying? Where did we get like this? Because if Wesley Muhammad ever thought of saying some shit like that to me in front, he'd get fuck himself and fuck your FOI that's in front of you. One at a time. All of them. One at a time. I'm just saying. One at a time. Because that shit is disrespect.
Yes.
That shit is disrespect. We're getting diminished because you're the ones that don't understand the lesson.
Right.
You don't understand it though.
Right.
And you made a palace though on top of misunderstanding.
Right.
On top of misunderstanding, you made a palace though.
Right.
You know?
Damn, son, you going on, man?
Yeah, I'm giving all the history of beef. Beef brought to you by Soon. Yes. See, this is why it's not good to have me do rap records. Though. You know what I'm saying? You see, I'm gonna get into some trouble with one of the songs, man. King Kimono. You know what I mean? But this is all the beef though. I'm saying like, where did the 5%? Where did we get disrespected that we would be totally ignoring? It's shit like this. You know what I'm saying? While we're watching lectures with Wesley Muhammad, we have to go and respect him and go watch Wesley Muhammad here and do lectures where he's finding Fard in water bottles, he's finding Fard in Indian deities, he's finding him in rainbows, he's finding him everywhere. But then we find the original black man, the true living God, and we say right here, the black, brown, yellow, right in front of us right now. It says it right in the degree. You know what I'm saying? ones that's the ambulance that we're gonna take it to you guys?
That's what it was for him.
That's what's fit. And I'm
Him
saying it
specifically.
specifically to him.
Yeah.
But a lot of people follow that kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people didn't cover us though in whatever hip hop magazines and stuff like that because they saw like we covered the NOI and that's the major thing that the American populace knows. Why do we have to give detail about a small sect of the NOI that branched off and stuff? You know why? Because all of the shit that you hear in the lyrics is really 90% the shit that we taught and not what they taught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? After great MCs like Cam, remember Cam? And stuff like that, there really weren't any Muslim MCs that were really killing it though and dropping it like that. You know what I mean? In the mass pop, and on big record labels I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? On big record labels. You know? So I don't have no problem with NOI. You know what I mean? But if I say something about them that feels like I'm talking about Christians, then you work on it, not me.
Right.
If I say you're dealing with religion though, don't get mad at me though. It says religion right on your forehead, right there. It says religion right there. And if I see you saying our supreme mathematics though, I get to talk my shit.
Right.
Because you're the one out there, not us. The Father was never out there doing this. Right? Mind you, this is for you too, that history. The Father never went on a podium. You'll never see it. You'll see it in Malcolm X movie. You see it everywhere. You never see the Father going on a podium and say, "You black man." That's why in the Wu-Tang Hulu, you know what I'm saying? Where Steve Bridges talk like this all the time. Bridges has a very, very deep baritone that's very awkward, right? And they have the 5%ers pitching on the corner like Israelites. Now Cypher. That's not what they were doing.
Right.
We had conversations that became so big that it attracted people.
Right.
But we didn't talk to strangers like, boom, hey you need to come here and get this knowledge. We didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't do that. That was all the other religions stuff, and all praises due to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they were pitching. That makes you an evangelist.
Right.
When you pitch your truth of spirituality to people, whatever you think that truth is, that's evangelism. Because you're trying to get, and unlike us, even if we went out and did that though, it still wouldn't be evangelism because we never took money from anybody to give this to.
Right.
We never took money to anybody. People talk shit, the school looks like this, the school looks like that. This is a school that has never taken funding from anybody. You find you a church though that never took funding. You find you a mosque that doesn't take funding though. You know what I'm saying? Right? And don't say, you can't say that in a why, right? Because now I could talk about L. Ron Hubbard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's something everywhere taking something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We didn't take anything and we don't take anything. You know what I mean? All the years I've been teaching, I've never gotten a salary here. That's some bullshit. I get to talk my shit. This is why we're not covered though. Because they don't see us taking payments though. And if you're not worth taking a payment though, then you're not worth writing about.
If Mecca did this.